Hello there once again. Welcome to this episode of the Current Affairs program that brings you news in detail. A look at the stories for this week. Government explains why it removed a senior chief member of the Bemba-speaking people from the throne. This comes following long-drawn differences between government and the Bemba royal establishment. Ironically, the rejection is due to government's own failure to follow procedure.
Now that you realize this anomaly, is Sosala Henry Kanyanta going to be recognized by the president retrospectively? And you mentioned that this anomaly could have arose because the president was sick.
3 suspected non-criminals on rampage in Katuba in Chiwambo district. 1 teacher murdered, 2 medical personnel beaten, and an ART volunteer left with broken hands and multiple body injuries. In protest demanding security, teachers at Katua Primary School abandoned classes.
Who usually commit such an act around that place are even known by the Kavangwe police. But those people, it seems there is a fear by the police, and those people are not even manhandled, they are not arrested. Several issues are committed there, fightings, breaking people's arms, but you'll be surprised to note that these people are not even arrested by the police.
Located to the southeast of Mtendere compound is the densely populated Kalikiliki Shanty compound. Like many of the country's shanty compounds, social and basic services are non-existent. Projects to upgrade the compound have come and gone with little show for it. How different is the latest upgrade initiative?
It's the beginning of very big, very important project. Because already now I want to, commend the Wunza people for being consistent.
I'm Francesca Piribanda, and you're watching The Scoop. Government through the Lusaka City Council and cooperating partners has embarked on a project to upgrade Lusaka's Kalikiliki compound. However, some residents are pessimistic over the whole upgrade initiative, as they have seen one too many of such in the past come to nothing. Lusaka City has a number of unplanned settlements which have ended up being legalized. Kalikiliki compound is one such area, and it has its share of challenges. Since construction is informal and unguided by urban planning, there is typically no formal street names, no social amenities such as a clinic, school, and recreation facilities. However, this is set to change through a project to upgrade the compound. Pictorial depiction of some infrastructure earmarked in the upgrade have been on display as part of community sensitization. The University of Zambia students of Master of Science in Spatial Planning in the School of Humanities has been conducting research for upgrade purposes. Engaging the residents was part of the initial process to ensure the upgrade is well understood, although the task has not been easy.
So in order for us to fulfill our master's program, we have to do this as a student. So we began by coming to this community to find out exactly what the situation is on the ground in terms of the problem that they're facing and what best we can do to address those problems. Hence we came up with this project to see what facilities are supposed to be brought in Kalikiliki as a way of upgrading this settlement.
The students have identified some problems in the area and have proposed possible solutions. The local authority, through the area councillor, is taking a leading role and working at ensuring the residents embrace the project.
As the area council, I'm very happy that this project is coming to this place. Actually, I want to commend the pace at which Wunza has worked on this project. And as area councillor, I'm going to take up this responsibility, and some of the things will be done under my office. I'm also going to relate, take this kind of information to the area member of parliament, and we are very happy that finally we have concluded the drawings, and we are now looking forward to implementing this project. People are very happy.
The project will receive some funding under the Millennium Challenge account, and the implementation timeframe will depend on how resources will come in.
We don't have an exact time frame, simply because this kind of development will need a bit of time and resources. And like we've been saying in our discussions with the community, this is a long-term project, and it will not be done at once, but it will take place in phases. For example, water is coming with this Millennium account. Already today, an agreement has been made that garbage, a committee will be put in place to begin to remove garbage. So we can not put a specific time frame to it, but the work has already started now.
For the students, working on the upgrade project of Kalikiliki is challenging, as not all locals believe the project will be a success.
Yeah, interaction with the community is quite a bit tricky because you see sometimes when you make appointments, some people tend to be busy. Okay, so when you come for those meetings, what you intend to find is not there. So you have to come back again, chat with them, and bring your proposals, look at them. You start panel-betting the proposals together with the community. Other times you find that those who are not in the meeting previously, they will come in that meeting and then start bringing some odd issues. Have to go back, explain to them, and this is the situation, and so forth and so on, and they'll find that at the end of the day, we started coming to compromises here and there so that they will go in the same direction.
Once the upgrade is successful, it will go a long way in improving people's lives and access to social services currently not available. If the sensitization meetings being held by the University of Zambia and residents are anything to go by, these residents seem committed to having an organized community. The relationship between government and the Bemba Royal Establishment remains at its lowest ever. Now this is so on account of government's removal from the throne of Senior Chief Mwamba and later on rejection of his appointment as Chief Chitimukulu. Now Parliament has been informed why government insists the procedure was not followed.
The protracted rift between government and the Bemba Royal Establishment has attracted the attention of the National Assembly. The rift arising from government's withdrawal of recognition of Senior Chief Mwamba through Statutory Instrument number 34 of 2013 has been queried by the National Assembly Committee on Delegated Legislation chaired by UPND Namwala Member of Parliament Lubeji Mono. Chief Mwamba, who is Henry Kanyanda Sosala, was recognized on 28th September 2008, but his recognition was withdrawn last year.
We expect when we withdraw, National Member would have raised an issue to say, why is our person, and we have not done so. The matter is quiet, there is nothing on the file to say, why are we withdrawn? Nothing from them. Nothing. I mean nothing. On Chief Mwamba, Senior Chief Mwamba. They have never raised an issue. As regarding the procedure was properly followed when selecting. Bashobemba met and recommended to Minister of Local Government. And the papers were signed by, I think they have a file, by Minister Maseo, then sent to the President, not to the Vice President. Then His Excellency the President, I think, became sick. Not I think he was sick. President Monamasa, and Rukia Banda was acting, and that is what happened. Now, if you look at the law, if he was doing the work of the president, he should have signed as acting president, but he signed as vice president. That's where the whole problem in terms of law. I don't know what made him. All the papers, the statutory instrument starts from ministry. At that time it was Minister of Local Government. They drafted, so it's written, with a provision for the president to sign. But somewhere, maybe at the State House, I don't know where the acting president that was operating, he decided to delete where it was written. He signs as vice president. Legally, if whatever he did, it would be deemed to have been done. That person was holding the position when it was not properly given by a right person. And that's one reason. Otherwise, procedures, I should remember, was correct.
Government spotted an anomaly and withdrew his recognition. At this time, Senior Chief Mwamba had just been installed as Paramount Chief Chitimukulu.
Government made a mistake, and I think I answered it very precisely. I didn't even hide. No protection.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, who is supposed to correct the mistake? Is it the royal establishment, Mwamba Royal Establishment, or the government which has made the mistake? Who is supposed to correct the mistake?
Now that you realize this anomaly is Sosala Henry Kanyanta going to be recognized by the president retrospectively. And you mentioned that this anomaly could have arose because the president was sick. May I correct you that 28th September 2008, may his soul rest in peace, Levi Patrick Mwanawasa, he had already passed on. It was Rupiah Banda as president.
If he was president, here it is his own signature. He signed as vice president. I can secret it too. His signature. It is him who signed as vice president. Now, so he cannot be recognized. There's no way to reverse. I don't know what made him sign as vice president. I don't know. I don't know. If I were to open, the issue at hand is not even difficult.
The issue at hand wouldn't have what?
I see it not to be difficult. But I think within the royal establishment.
You had the authority.
Wait, the authority? Me? The president is authority.
You are saying the issue at hand is not supposed to be difficult?
Yes, it's not supposed to.
If it was within your jurisdiction?
The system. If the system can be observed strictly. The Bemba Royal establishment have been drawn into another line of approach. They ignored the most important issue of Mwamba. They have decided to take another route, which we have documents on the other route. We don't have any complaint on the other part. Now, these are the problems that we have.
Committee members took turns in asking Mr. Chiwonta questions, at times his responses raising censure from the chairperson.
Asking me questions pertaining to submissions which you've made PS. And you are not here to educate us about the law, which you know, which is not on the submissions which you've made.
Who is at fault in this case for the withdrawal of the recognition?
I'm accepting on behalf of local government. I'm not accepting on behalf of my ministry that there was a mistake. The proper procedure would have been, at that time, when they received this recognition, they should have said, they should have drawn the attention of the acting president to say, sign as acting president, not to leave it as, it came up. Now, we would have not gone to, we did, when writing to draw the attention of the current president, said, there is this mistake. We did that. And, well, the matter is quiet, and we propose that maybe we do ABCD. What came out is this withdrawal, and we can't speak about higher officers, we don't know. As officers, we are now put in a boiling pot. I think I can't say more than that. While we are still moving, there was the other one. So we can't as officers.
Yes, you are in a boiling pot. Then who is going to spearhead this ministry? We are now getting worried.
We've advised the PS Northern Province to have a meeting with Bashungwe and move forward in this, and normalize this situation. Those things that we are hearing, we are not aware. We don't follow what is on the paper.
As the impasse drags on, the Bemba Royal establishment continue to ask government to stop interfering in its affairs.
Baka batume mkwepa ule fumana marupu tuchalo chishale fipanu tukuleta kwa bana mabantu baba na ishwa tifuma futusha kwipa ina kofia na maana ifuma kala monga fya ino
kayuka sakulia ngatasumishwa kuri bashirube mbafyane bonse baba 72 ife tukamona fya kashikwa nokukangwa na fyonza kumilemba na babenye bonse nenkulungu nemyalo yonse.
Government on the other hand wants procedure to be followed, but when that procedure will be followed remains to be seen.
Many residents of Katua's 15 Mile area are living in fear of three brothers suspected to be terrorizing the area. The three brothers are suspected to be behind a spate of attacks on residents, medical personnel, even the recent murder of a school teacher. The residents now feel the authorities are dragging their feet to address the deteriorating security in the area.
Davutika, tikomboka 19 hours indalama tilibe. Tiomba kupaiwa gai. So please tabapata tikile nkoni nzeru.
Kapena yenze ni patient olokwenze che kuchita pretend. Anabola kumenya nasa tinipase medical form, medical report. Nasa nakamba ati nesini kwanisa kulemba medical report, bamene bainera kulemba ni ba doctor or ba clinical officer. So sibalipo uja mtu anamenyeka vibaka kumutu. So sitizi bavame vichitika abantu bamba uyofya baja ma health providers tizachita branch kuno kukayosha.
Pata kuli ba government bonse baboma na basata na banchito bawo. Police post pakatuba pano pa 15 miles istengati ya bwirako.
A community living in fear following increasing incidents of attacks suspected of being carried out by three brothers here in Katua's 15 Miles area. Shadrach Mijelo considers himself lucky to have survived an attack at the hands of the brothers with broken hands and multiple body injuries. Otherwise, he could have died.
So anachaya mashamboko na simbi. So the doctor anakamba ati my right kidney chamene ibabira maningi ili na kidney failure. So that's why mu urine there are some blood stains. So the doctor emphasized, Dr. Kazembe on casualty emphasized that he's my doctor, saying that I should take a lot of fluids.
Mr. Mijelo has vowed not to keep silent but speak out in demand for justice.
This is being terrorized all along. The difference between when Zambia was not independent, and now when it's independent, the difference is the same, because people here live as if like those our grandparents when justice was not there. There are some people here who call themselves that who are more men than others. They can beat. Sometimes even there have been rumors of that there have been people who have been threatened to be killed. Some have been murdered. But people don't even report, don't even take initiative of going to the police. Over two reasons. One reason is that even when they take the case to the police in Kabangwe seem not to do anything. Obakuchaya sibapelekewa ku police. Whether wakapeleka ku police nkani bebe ku police na bebe police, there are some, not all police officers, but some I'm saying some, they work hand in hand with them. Ukaenda uchita report, even before you report, you take the report to police. The police are already aware that there is someone who is coming, and the police can do nothing.
His wife Rose appeals for protection from the police.
So mwebuteko twapapata twafeniko kuli family ili kwati ni ile kumukushiria ile aleipa ya Myron Brothers family tuli kwati ni muzali kwati te Mzambia kwati ni kukolonyo ala twapapata mwebuteko mutu moneko twapapata.
However, a male teacher at Katuba Primary School was not so lucky. He was killed. His fellow teachers are now protesting the poor security situation in the area, blaming police of failure to bring the culprits to book.
As at now, teachers are not working so freely and they are not doing their work adequately. They have vowed not to go in full-time working if this issue is not sorted out, especially the culprits, and if they are not manhandled or brought to book. We have information that people who usually commit such an act around that place are even known by the government.
devastated on his untimely death and feel his mother will have an everlasting impression on them.
I was just coming from home. That was on Friday when I heard this news. Yes, I found here there were no teachers. I found just teachers, they were standing along the roadside there. But I heard this information from our fellow pupils that they told me about it, and it was very bad to me to hear that information. It was bad in me, okay, it hurted me, you know. I was full of that, what can I say it? I was full of that hatred, you know. I was full of that pity, you know. I was near to cry.
I came here and found that there were no teachers and pupils were just loitering around. Then I asked one of my friends, they told me that we have lost one of our teachers. So I wanted to find out who was the teacher that we lost. Then I went to my friend's place, and that is Mary. I asked her, that's when she told me that it was Mr. Kampam. I would like to say everyone, the pupils, the teachers in his family, must just forget about that. They must put themselves in God's hand. God is the head of anything in this world. So look after anything. Let us go back to where we were when he was there.
Police confirmed picking one suspect in connection with the murder, but refuted the attacks are being orchestrated by three brothers. For Mr. Mijelo, leaving 15 miles to save his life is not an option, as he feels he has invested a lot here. He believes only a few police officers may not be doing their work of enforcing the law in protecting citizens' lives and liberties.
This week's proverb of the week says, to run is not necessarily to arrive. The proverb again says, to run is not necessarily to arrive. On your current affairs question this week, we're asking, who is the chief government spokesperson? We went to the streets of Lusaka to get some interesting answers. Let's take a look.
Chief government spokesperson.
Chief government spokesperson for getting bill.
No, Zambian government.
I don't know at the moment. I only knew the one who was transferred to the other ministry. Yeah. Hey, what's his name again? Mwasakapea.
The answer to the question, who is the chief government spokesperson, is Joseph Katema. Chief government spokesperson is Joseph Katema. Remember that you can always get yourself updated with current affairs issues on Movie TV by watching Movie TV News and, of course, The Scoop. On behalf of the entire news team, thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. Till we meet next week at the same time, have a lovely week.